guys, and we are back. This is the Shattered Illusionz podcast, and I am your host, TK McKenna. Will I take him to the drinking? Guys, I'm very excited tonight. We have basically the whole family here. We got a return of an OG member. But before we start that, a couple of announcements. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Rumble. Also, behind the scenes now, ladies, we are building up a team. You don't want to miss this opportunity to go up and be on one of the biggest podcasts in the DMV. So if you want to take part of the opportunity, go ahead and DM us on the page. Now, before we get to our very special show tonight, because I've been hearing y'all's complaints, and we're going to do another episode of trying to help y'all out in y'all's dating life. But before we start with that, as always, I got to check in on the family. Cmarty Fit. How you doing, sir?
What's going on, man? You know, I'm good, man. I woke up this morning, so I'm blessed, and I'm fit, so I'm blessed.
The co-host with the most, my man. Go ahead, man. You slacking. Go ahead and plug your business and everything.
Oh yeah, Cmarty Fit on Instagram and TikTok. Cmarty Fit on YouTube. Subscribe to the page. If you need some coaching, you trying to unbig that back, get rid of that belly, etc. Improve your lifestyle. Holla at your boy.
Less brunches, more countries.
Less brunches, more countries. You see the shirt and you see the sunglasses.
Hey,
this side.
Look, y'all wild tonight. And camera on me real quick. We've seen y'all requests. We've had several comments for this man to come back. The man's been behind the scenes, but he's back on the show, at least for tonight. Without further ado, let me introduce the man, the myth, the legend, Oliver Fortune.
You already know I'm motherfucking pressed to be back. What's up?
You ain't gonna come pop out your eardrums.
I'm gonna tell. Hey, look, I also seen a lot of the comments. They was just like, "Oh, he cursed too much. He do this." So, I'm gonna tone it down because we got to get more clips for YouTube.
I like that, bro. And then we have somebody very special behind the camera.
Woo!
How you doing, Muffin Mix?
Good. How are you?
And let's see if she's still so happy after I was talking about
Muffin Mix is crazy because Muffin Mix be yellow.
Hey.
She seemed more like a butterscotch type.
Oh,
Hey,
my.
yo.
Hey, listen. Let's see if she's still happy with me after I talk about this show tonight.
Oh, brother.
All right, fellas, time to give our guys some games. So before I start this episode, I got to talk about a couple of things. As you guys already know, I have a pretty strong roster that I deal with. I deal with several women right now, and one woman in particular has inspired this show. I'm trying to tread very lightly with my words right now, but just know that women have to kind of leave you at certain points in their life, especially when they don't belong to you. As the old saying goes, she's not yours, it's just your turn. So backstory real quick, guys. Y'all know how I do.
Don't cry, bro.
It's like I'm gonna cry. Listen, y'all know how I do. So
I got a tissue box.
I had a party we went to maybe end of December, early January. And y'all know how I do when I walk into a party. I survey a room, just kind of see who's in there. And one of the girls caught my eye. I know I'm prototypical type, don't really gotta say nothing. So as I'm sitting there, just kind of watching, I'm thinking to myself, do I approach or do I wait? But one thing I learned from Oliver, hesitation kills everything.
Kills everything.
So I see her get up and her friend, they walk out. And you know me, I said, you know what? I ain't about to miss this opportunity. So I go over there and do my normal spiel. Y'all know my spiel.
Oh, brother.
I'm going to change your life, golden ticket. Y'all know how we talking about my yak to these joints, right? And of course, it fell through, as it always does. Because, I mean, who can resist me? I get it. So that kind of started this 2 to 3 month kind of fling thing. You know, she would come over, in the middle of the night. We weren't really going anywhere. It was a cool little thing, right? So long story short, I got that text the other day because I hadn't heard from her for about 2 or 3 weeks.
Not the hey big head joint. Right?
Nah, I just hadn't heard from her.
Okay.
And you know how you kind of forget you didn't hear from somebody because you've been doing so many other things? I was like, bro, I ain't heard from her in a couple of weeks. What's up? So I text her, and normally she's in the inbox immediately, just like boom, boom, boom. Took a day to text me back. I was like, oh, okay, I know what that means. But essentially what she told me, she said, hey, me and my ex, we've been talking and we want to go ahead and reconcile and kind of get back together. So this is what this episode is going to be called.
Oh, she said that.
She said that.
Oh,
So what this episode is going to be called is what to do when a woman leaves you for her ex. Lessons from the field.
Will I take him to the breakage?
you know, the way you're saying it don't make it seem like it's so sad. But to be honest with you, bro, I mean, hey, I respect the honesty though, because you know, most chicks they just ghost, boom,
Yeah,
and then all of a
that's
sudden they
facts.
just dealing with another guy.
Or they say some bullshit.
Yeah, they're like, you know, I'm trying to focus on me.
But
Shut
you know,
the fuck up.
I said that though, bro. And it's funny. So
not serious.
You playing games.
So before we start this,
I don't
guys,
see the growth. All right, my fault. my bad.
any more? Y'all got any more?
Shit, I can do this shit all day.
I know you can. I see Marty be ad-libbing like a mug now.
All right, go ahead, bro.
So I want to ask y'all, fellas, have y'all ever had a woman leave you for an ex that you were aware of? And if so, what happened?
So absolutely, I'm gonna be honest, man. It's happened multiple times. I mean, if you deal with enough women, you like you almost said with the phrase, it's not yours, it's just your turn. So when these things happen, you deal with a chick, you're always taking her or you're giving her to somebody. She's never just sitting there single. So I think pretty much if you dealt with enough women, I mean, it's happened pretty much to everybody. I can't think of a particular time. I'll think of a story in a minute, but it's happened so many times. To me, it's just part of the game. What you think, Cmarty?
Man, I'm gonna try not to give too many clues because people know.
Is my mic on?
Know my.
It's on.
People know my history, you know, with sports and everything. So I don't want anybody to know what girl I'm talking about or who or where I was at. But I had a situation where I was gonna pull up on her and stay with her, and she was like, no, she was like, you can't stay with me, and I was like, what? This is my girlfriend. Like, it's public, like pics on the gram and all that type shit. Like, fuck is you talking about?
Not the gram, bro.
She talking about, oh yeah, I'm dating somebody. I said, so if I wasn't coming to visit you, when the fuck was you gonna tell me that? Said some stupid shit. So I was like, all right, cool. So I kind of just let it rock. Then the next day, the nigga followed me on Instagram.
Oh,
That's
no.
gay.
I'm like,
That's
what
fucking
the fuck
That's
is going?
gay.
He followed me on the gram. She like, yeah, I don't know what his problem is. Da-da-da-da. So, you know, that was the end of that. You know what I'm saying? Fast forward a couple years later, they married till this day. Deontay Wilder voice till this day.
To this day. I put that on the soundboard.
Yeah, they still married.
What was
2 kids.
What do you think was the point of him following you in that moment?
It's unclear.
And he still follows you.
No.
I was
No.
about to say, bro,
But-
maybe he wanted to unbig that back.
I mean, listen.
He was
I
trying
don't-
to was a personal trainer.
Well, this was back in the day
I'm
before I was training. Oh, okay, all right.
With you, baby. You want a personal trainer.
But not to fast forward into the episode, she don't live here no more. She came home and was like in my DM, like hinting, like trying to see me, and they're married with 2 kids. But I hope I didn't fast forward into the episode too much. But go ahead, TK, do your thing, big dog.
Yeah, okay. So fellas, I told y'all my situation, and I'm not gonna lie because like I'm trying to choose my words very carefully because somebody's in the room. And Alex she had done the same thing to me because when we first started speaking, she was dealing with somebody else too. Whole different conversation. But as you guys know, when you kind of deal with women, it's very rare that you actually get one that you kind of like you connect with. Y'all have good conversation and things like that, right? So when I got that text, it's to a point now I'm just so numb to disappointment from women, it doesn't really affect me anymore, you know? So as in the past, I would have kind of went more and reflected more like, damn, what did I do? Why did she do this? I'm just kind of like, man, I got so many girls right now, I don't even care.
But don't you think that's just don't you think that this thing happening is just a common thing though?
Because
like I said from the beginning, no chick is just sitting there doing nothing. They talking about they focusing on them and all that other BS, but nah.
We know what that means.
That's what I'm saying.
You
fucking around, getting some
Oliver, you getting right into
I
my
was getting
point.
some. So it's just like so for every single chick, you're taking her from somebody. Or you're giving her to somebody. She's never just sitting there. So to me, it's just
I focus on myself right
my bad.
back.
You want to hit the SpongeBob drum? I can't do it.
You focusing on you, I'm focusing on me.
I'm just saying. It just seemed like it's a common situation.
Listen, so this is what we're about to go into, guys, and that's my first point. So, fellas, we're gonna help you guys out with some actually game tonight. And the first thing we're going to talk about
Let's go.
is signs she has a man in the background.
I like this game.
So I have 5 different signs for fellas to look out for that the girl you're talking to probably has a man in the background. But like, let's hit the first point and preface it. Like Oliver just said, guys, I'm gonna tell you something right now. If you're with a pretty attractive woman, 70 to 80, and I'm being very conservative with that number, 70 to 80% of them always have some kind of guy on standby.
Nigga, 9 to 5. Like,
I'm trying to be conservative tonight.
bro,
Oliver.
they even got some guy in the friend zone. So it's like 95%, bro. Fuck it, 90, 100. Fuck it. Fuck 100.
Listen, I'm trying to be
100.
conservative, bro. Listen, I'm gonna say 80% because a truly single woman is very rare. So there's always somebody like a baby father, a toxic ex, a friends with benefits, some guy in the friend zone. You're never going to meet a woman that's 100% single. And like Oliver said, you're always taking her from somebody.
Always.
Don't
So-
generalize women.
Man, F that. I'm
Misogynist.
generalizing. Nah. So I'm going to say this, guys. Always assume she has somebody, even if she doesn't. And very rarely are you ever wrong. And it also will make you not invest in the woman so fast because you'll be like, you know what, she's dealing with somebody else anyway. Oliver, you kind of want to piggyback Cmarty?
Yeah, so when we're talking about this situation, are we talking about a woman that you've been dealing with for a while and she starts doing some dumb shit? Or are we talking about a woman that we're just meeting?
Well, I'm
As-
talking about a woman that you're just meeting.
Okay, just
Yeah.
meeting. So pretty much when you just meet, you can kind of tell. So you can gauge her interest based on, like I said, how well she's interacting with you, texting, things like that. And a lot of guys will take things personal and just be like, oh man, she don't like me because she didn't do this. It may not necessarily be that. Hold up. But it could just be literally just because she's dealing with somebody else. And that's when usually, because I've had girls that I've given the number to, literally 2 months later, hey, this is so-and-so from something. You may not remember what you talking about.
Right.
But it's because she was dealing with somebody at the time. And then all of a sudden, that goes south. And then, hey, now they're hitting you up because you was either the next best option or you were always her first option, but she was trying to hang on to baby daddy or whatever she was doing. And now it's your turn up next. And guys take that personal. And I want to tell guys, don't take that personal. That's just how it is. It's the same way in sales. You may hit somebody with some your service or your product right now, and they may say, I'm good. But then 2 months, 3 months later, now they hit you up and now they want your service. So it's the same exact thing. So don't take it personal. That's my biggest thing with that.
That's why we have Oliver back, man. I love it. Cmarty, what you got on that? Do you think the majority of women always dealing with somebody?
Absolutely. Oh, you know that. And 9 times out of 10, even if a girl likes you, she'll probably make it clear that she like you. But it's gonna be some flakiness. It's gonna be something there. Texting back slow, disappearing.
Y'all getting all my points tonight, man.
Yeah,
Y'all getting all
when you
my
first meet a
points.
chick, she gonna disappear or text back slow, something. And you don't even need to see them signs. That you should always assume that she dealing with somebody else at the time, bro. Because women, so I don't know packs like that, but like women,
Pax
women,
is like that. Pax is like that.
oh, all
bro.
right, yeah, we women are different than us.
She
like,
won't stab you.
like real shit. Me and a lot of the guys,
I don't think.
huh?
Nah, I said she won't stab you.
Oh,
I said I don't think.
Me and a lot of the guys I associate with, right? We could really not talk to nobody at the time. Like seriously, like I could be on my grind focus. Women ain't like that. They always got to have some type of male attention. Ladies, and I don't know if it's ladies watching this, I don't care what y'all say. Y'all need some type of male attention, and y'all always got it. Y'all ain't even got to work for it. Y'all gonna have it.
Facts. We actually have a resident female down here. Alex, do you have any opinions on this? You want to hop in on this at all?
I plead the fifth.
Because she already know the game.
You know what it is.
So
She gonna throw an acorn at your head.
the next part I want to go into this too. The next point that I wrote down, and Cmarty kind of touched on it already. How to tell she has to do in the background. Pay attention to her availability. So, guys, pay attention to what time a girl calls you and what time she texts you back. If a girl's texting you very early in the morning or very late at night, you know 2 things are happening. Normally, she's on the way to work if she's early in the morning, and she has some free time between her being in her house and her going to work, a time where the nigga she probably dealing with ain't around. And also late in the evening, if she is at home, the dude's probably asleep. So if you're getting texts very early in the morning or very late at night, chances are she has a dude around. Also, look at her background when you FaceTime or talk to her. What I've noticed is that girls, when they talk to you on FaceTime, they will walk around the house and pace normally. If a girl is standing in one standard spot that's not her bedroom, like the kitchen or the common area, and she's not going into that bedroom, chances are something she don't want you to see. So just pay attention to little small signs like that. And I had one chick in particular I was dealing with probably about 2 or 3 years ago. And of course, she faded out and fizzled out. She would always only talk to me when she was in a common area. And the excuse was that her son was in the room asleep and she didn't want to disturb him. Come to find out, of course, it was a friend of a friend. So the friend told me what was really going on. She had a man. And she would call me really late at night, and the man would be in there asleep because he had to work at like 5 a.m. type stuff. Of course, I didn't know that until after the fact. But as I went back and thought about it, I was like, of course that makes sense. And lastly, look at her availability for going on dates. Normally, when you first meet a woman, Saturday and Sunday is normally reserved for weekend for their friends. But if she makes herself available on Saturday and Sunday, chances are there's not really a man there, or he might be out of town or something like that. So to recap, what time she calls, her texting times, look at her background, and look at her availability. What you got on that, bro?
Nah, that's 100% true. I mean, I don't have anything else to really add on to it. I think you hit all the points, bro. I think the biggest thing is I want guys to get from it. Like I said, is number one, don't take things personal. And number two, it doesn't necessarily mean that she has low interest, because I've had women that necessarily they gave me the number, all this other stuff, slow texting, and who knows, they may looked at me and was like, dang, I kind of want this guy. But if they're still dealing with this guy or they're dealing with the residue of him, sometimes you got to wait that period out. And the majority of the time when you're dealing with attractive women, I mean, to be honest, almost dang near any woman, you got to kind of let them fizzle it out. Because what she'll do with the other guy is when she starts talking to you little by little, you start, like you said, when she call you late night, seeing you that text message, all that good stuff, you start harping on. She's like, "Oh, I like this guy. I like Cmarty fit. He start doing that. He unbigging my back." And then
That's
when
crazy.
then when all those things start happening, she's like, "Oh, okay, cool. Let me start an argument with my current guy.
Yep.
Let me F some stuff up. Let me pick at him." And what she's trying to do, she's trying to get that guy to break up with her, so that way she doesn't have to take accountability or fault for what she's trying to do. That way, when they break up or they go on break, now she can really fuck with you.
Game. Cmarty, you got anything?
Yeah, play the long game, man.
Crazy
Long,
pause.
extra long,
Pause.
extra.
Pause.
I mean, what are we doing here? What kind of podcast is this? What are we doing here? I mean, like,
It was too easy.
just know I
So
said
that's my first time back. Give me
I said a
break.
regular pause.
Damn.
Just know that. But play the long game, man. Like TK was just saying, you know, girls are gonna play games. They're always gonna have something else going on. So if she likes you, she's gonna come around eventually. It might be a year later,
Yeah.
but she's gonna come around.
All right. Next sign, guys. Pay attention to how often she talks about her ex. If she's bringing up her ex in casual conversation, unprompted, chances are he's still in the picture. And one thing that I didn't notice when I was talking to this last girl, and I'm going to take note of it in the future, if the breakup is a year or shorter, I promise you, that nigga is still around in some capacity. When you deal with a girl who had a long-term relationship, the farther away from the breakup you are from you talking to her, the better. Let's say you meet a girl and she had a relationship 3 years ago.
Facts.
It's always better for her to say, "Oh, my last relationship was 3 years ago," as opposed to saying 3 months ago. This particular chick I was talking to and I'm talking about now, her and her dude broke up in, I think, September. So I should have known, you know, that nigga was still in the background. I didn't really think nothing about it at that time, like I said. But guys, when you talk to a girl, make sure that you get when her last relationship was, how long ago it was, and she brings up her ex unprompted, that's a walking red flag to me. Anything, guys?
Yeah, and I think I think the biggest thing with guys too, you got to also understand, what do you want out of the situation? Are you just trying to smash? Are you trying to like take her? Is it some junk where it's like you got a girl, but you just trying to just get her on the team? Like, because to me, that would depend on what actions you would take moving forward. Because if it's just some chick you just trying to smash, all you gotta do is wait for that dude to start fucking up.
Because most dudes will.
And they will at some point in time, because no dude is perfect, including us. You know, or I'll say myself.
I'm close.
You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
No, I'm gonna say like every dude has some type of hold or some type
Shaking
of
his
female.
armor. Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So it's some type of female that doesn't like something about all of us. Like, for example, a chick might not like me because I can work too much. You get what I'm saying? That could be a vulnerable opening for certain females. And they're like, you know what? F this. I'm gonna go deal with this dude while he at work or doing this, A, B, C, D, E. So it just kind of just depends. So when that hole is there, and hey, she call you for that audible, you better make the play.
I like that.
Because sometimes you only got that window, bro. That one opportunity.
I'm glad you kind of brought that up too, Oliver. Now we're kind of going into a different show, but when a girl is on a break with her ex, you have, like you just said, Oliver, a very, very small window to capitalize on that before she goes back she goes back to that dude. It's inevitable. So if a girl hits you up unprompted after she broke up with her dude, you better go ahead and take advantage of that. Anything, Cmarty?
Yeah, I've been on every side of the equation, but just being the guy who broke up with a chick and was trying to get me back, you know what I'm saying? Like I've seen her go on dates and then pull up to my crib after the date. You know what I'm saying? Like that guy's still involved because especially depending on what age she is, and if he broke up with her, she wants to be in a relationship.
Facts.
She is not trying to be back out in these streets.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't trying to be back out in these streets. So she's saying sorry. She sucking that thing up, you know what I'm saying? Cooking for him, you know what I'm saying? Buying him whatever he need. Like she gonna be doing what she need to do while your dumb ass taking her out on dates, paying for the date, talking about you trying to hit and she won't let you hit. Not yet. It's too early. 90-day rule, all that other bullshit. So just you know what I'm saying? Just keep that in mind.
Just kill my outline. Go ahead.
And I'm happy you brought that up about being on each side of the equation, because that's true. Because now it's like one time I remember, like I said, when I was the motherfucker that wasn't shit, being the ancient motherfucker, like, and she's going off, she dealing with some other dude, yada, yada, yada. She go out on a date with this new dude or whatever. She let me, like, yeah, I might be going out with a friend. I'm like, cool, dog. She talking about she going to the steakhouse or something like that. I said, cool. I said, bring me a couple sides. I told her, I said, give me some mashed potatoes and everything, right? And she did it, because the thing is like, she's still trying to impress me. So for guys, hey, listen, man,
it's cold out here.
But TK was right earlier. Do not invest too freaking fast, man. Because at the end of the day, you sitting there taking on this nice date. She really impressed. And yeah, she may see you as a little provider. It may take you in the long term. But guess what? The dude in the back don't give a fuck. And she bringing me the mashed potatoes that you bought, my G.
But she don't like broke men. So you have to spin a bag on her on the first date.
Oh, yeah, you got to get her that.
You should be applying pressure.
Mm-hmm.
A real man, that's what a real man do.
Mm-hmm. How bad you want?
He let it be known that he makes good money and could provide.
You hate your mother if you don't provide for women.
So yeah, guys, be careful of that.
I'm done with y'all ad-libbing, but I also want to say that too. And like, we all have been on both sides of that equation, which is why it makes it so hard for me to trust women and trust people, period, if I'm being honest. But I've been the guy that's been the cheated on. I've been the one she's cheated with. And once you kind of see that negative side of women, it's really kind of hard to go back to just being kind of naive and innocent.
I don't know about that, bro. Believe all women. A woman would never lie.
Yeah, you're right, man. What am I doing?
All men
exclamation point.
You know what?
All men are dogs.
You're probably right. We going to just
believe all women.
Believe all women. All right. So my next point, guys.
You don't know what women go through. All right, I'm done.
All right. The fifth sign, she has a man in the background. How eager is she to have sex with you? Guys, most women, most, not all, will have sex with you within 2 to 3 dates for the most part. If a girl does not make you allow you to have sex with her in 2 to 3 dates, it's one or two things. She doesn't find you attractive, she's trying to negotiate desire, or she has a man in the background. And for the most part, women don't want to have sex with multiple guys at one time. So she's going to try to play this kind of middle of the road kind of thing. She's not 100% broken off with him. So like Oliver said, she's going to do things to start a fight, make him more unattractive to her, do these little cat and mouse games with her until either she breaks it off with him fully or he breaks it off with her. And then once she's done with that, then she'll feel comfortable enough to come over and smash you. So if a girl's making you wait for sex past the 2 or 3 date mark, it's probably a dude in the background.
Or is she trying to pull that game, like you said, 90-day rule? She don't want to come off like a hoe or some shit. And this might be another episode. Like I said, she sees you as like more of a long-term mate. So she'll try to make you wait, because she'll be like, I don't want him to think I'm a hoe. Da 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 da. So that's another reason too, because they'll like you.
We talked about
but
last
We
episode.
did talk about that.
They'll like you, but they'll say, I don't want him to think I'm a hoe. I want to just smash him, and then he gonna think, oh, when he gonna leave? Like, you know. So opposed to if you just a dude that they know is a short-term thing, they'll give that shit up first night, man.
No dates.
No dates. Come over.
Pull up on your way home.
Bring the mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Again.
I kind of agree with that.
Come mash these potatoes.
Throw that back out.
Y'all niggas the Migos tonight. What's going on, man? Like, damn. All right, Alex, I kind of want you to hop in here. You kind of was on some BS at one point in time. You got anything to contribute to the
Me?
conversation? Yeah.
What if they were really working on themselves?
Stop the cap.
What if you really have to take time for yourself? What if you are in just between a rock and a hard place and you just need that?
Rock and a hard
I'm not.
I tried though. I tried to hold back, bro. I'm trying so hard, bro.
Oh
My bad, man.
It's cool,
man.
bro, because you tell them fast. Because
Alex, you know I love you.
that same stuff she tried to pull with me, she was between a rock and, like you just said, hard. You know what? It is what it is, man. A girl will say everything but the truth, because women are generally non-confrontational. They want to avoid confrontation, and also keep you on the back burner in case it don't work out with the other guy.
And let's also keep it a buck, man. I do give women the benefit of the doubt in this area right here. Like I said, it doesn't sound as good. Like for somebody that deals with a rack of women, you got like, we kind of know, like, okay, this is just part of the game. But for the average guy out there, they hear, if she just straight up was hunting and just was like, yo, nah, I'm still fucking my man or whatever, dudes probably be like, oh, well, you still want him, you don't want me, and be off some gay
Honestly, I
shit,
would
some dumb
respect
shit.
that. I ain't gonna hold you.
You
There's a lot of soft-ass dudes
you,
out here.
but that's a lot. But that's most dudes though, because most dudes do not deal with women like that. So so they're trying to preserve their purity, and they're trying to preserve the purity in the mind. You get what I'm saying?
I get that.
So it's just that's in women's defense. Leave
All
all
right.
women.
Y'all ready?
Hashtag.
Y'all ready for some fantasy and nonsense?
Let's get it.
Bullshit.
We got our video reaction segment for the day.
Can I buy you a drink?
Why, you gonna put something in it?
Only if you want me to.
You trying to Cosby me?
So what's up? You trying to leave here or what?
Leave? Nah, I'm with my homeboy. It's his birthday.
So what you got? Ask for permission?
Nah, I ain't gotta ask him. Honestly, I'm here for just because he owe me money, for real.
All right. Well, let's go then. I got a place for us.
All right, let's go.
So a little bit about me. I just got out of a 3-year relationship.
Damn, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh no, it's fine. Damn, it's
Brother.
Appreciate you.
I wish my ex smelled like that. But he didn't shower every day.
He didn't wash his
you.
ass?
No.
Oh my God, he must have been a tourist. Huh?
How'd you know?
Them niggas always funky.
Ain't they?
Yeah, they was cleanliness and next to godliness, for real.
No, seriously.
Hey, this a dope little spot though. I like it.
Right?
Yeah, it's
Well,
hard.
look, I got one rule though. Don't ever bring nobody to my spot, okay?
This is our spot now.
All right.
We on sacred grounds.
All right.
Thank you for tonight, for real.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was dope, man. You had me thinking like I look like your ex or something.
No, you kind of do.
Hey, before I leave, let me get your info.
Oh yeah, follow me on the gram. I'm more active on there.
All right, man, I got you. Hey, and tell your ex to be come back. We together now.
You're a mess, boy.
All
There I am.
Wow, you really can't trust women nowadays, bruh. She really went back with funk, but damn, dog, I ain't really tested. Hey, how are you, girl? Looking good
Where'd you find this place?
on TikTok. You like it? All right, don't be taking everybody to our spot. It's sacred now.
What's up, baby?
What's up with it?
All right. Stop it real quick.
Cold world.
Cold world, man. And also, if I
Get
can
that
get
bitch a hot when she rather have a purse.
if I can get,
She belongs to the streets.
here we go, fellas. I got a couple things to say. Like we said earlier, there is a limited window to strike when a woman is on a break with a man. As Will Smith said in The Fresh Prince, shelter down, Scotty, fire. You got to go ahead and fire when you see that sign and she a little bit messed up. And women get aggressive too when they trying to get on that get back. They think that having sex with the guy is like get back for whatever reason, but whole different conversation.
Whole different.
Also, as I told you earlier, when a woman brings up her ex unprompted, I'm telling you, it's because the nigga's still in the picture. You see in the skit right here, and we know skits are kind of like, skits aren't 100% reality, but every little bit of a skit has some truth in it. So when a girl starts talking about an ex unprompted, the nigga's still in the picture. And lastly, one thing I didn't go over, guys, is when a woman is so insistent on giving you her Instagram, it's normally because she don't want you to have a phone number. Because if you're texting her, that's an avenue for her getting caught up. Instagram's a lot easier to hide the messages than do a text message.
Snapchat's even harder.
Facts. So, what you got in the video, y'all? What y'all think about it?
Unless Cmarty take this one first. What you got, bro?
I mean, it's pretty much everything we just talked about, man. They 9 times out of 10, and what's crazy is she said 3-year relationship, right? That's the ones you gotta worry about the most.
For sure.
When it's them long ass relationships, them unbreakable bonds and shit. She's so used to him, and he's so used to her. You gotta be careful with that shit. So keep that in mind, man.
Yeah, like I said, at the end of the day, depending on the actions that I'm gonna speak on, it depends on what you want from the girl. Some dudes are cool playing that position. They're like, oh, okay, you got your dude. Hey, when that nigga start fucking up, hit me up, pretty much. Some dudes cool with that. Some dudes will get in their feelings. Oh, I thought we were this and that. Don't do that. Please do not do that. Yeah. Do not do that. You know what I'm saying? So it really just depends on what type of position you want to play. But yeah, hey, look, it's the game, man. It's the game. You can't take things personal. At the end of the day, she chose the guy that she really fucking wanted. But I will say this: if she sees you as a better long-term mate or something like that, she probably might leave that nigga. But in years to come, she'll probably go right back.
I'll agree with that, but I won't. I kind of want you, Oliver, make sure you say that point in the show so I can come back and get to that too.
Okay.
But Alex, you got anything on the video? What you think about that?
Speak. Go
ahead and put the camera on everybody before you start lying. Go ahead.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Oh, me? Yeah.
Was she working on herself?
She might have been. Nah, but I just think, obviously she was in a space where something happened, and women do typically move off of emotion. Not all women.
And it could have been something as like, hey, that nigga cheated on her, so she was like, hey, well, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna cheat on you.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about with women is most dudes will never find out.
Never know.
So that was my next point, guys. So the next part of our segment is going to be reasons why she might have left you to go back to her ex. And my first point is that women are extremely emotional. Guys, don't try to make sense when there is none. Women's emotions fluctuate not by the day, not by the hour, not by the minute, but by the second. She could be in love with you and think you're the best thing since sliced bread at 8 a.m. Her mom pisses her off. She gets on a period. She fails some kind of test. She's having a bad day. By 8:15, you're out of her mind.
She burnt your toast.
That's just how women are. And like Oliver was saying, never take it personal, but women's emotions naturally want to fluctuate. Oliver, what you got on it, bro?
Hey, man, you pretty much hit all the points. I don't really got too much more to add.
Okay.
Cmarty, you?
Nah, same for me. Same for me.
So just hop in when y'all want to here, guys. So my second point is you messed up in some way. Guys, women innately look for ways to disqualify you when you're, especially in the early relationship phase. You might come off as too thirsty, too desperate, too corny. You might not have wore the shoes she liked, anything. As opposed to men typically, we look for ways to qualify women that we like. Women are the opposite. They try to disqualify you. So any small little minute thing that you say and or do could possibly turn her off.
You can have one shoe untied. He just don't ever tie his laces. I can't deal with that. It's just
or you could not be wearing designer that she likes. She could be one that's really high on status. It just depends on the woman. But innately, you probably did something that possibly turned her off.
And I'll even say this because it sometimes just depends. Because sometimes not even just the women, but people, they'll see what they want to see. Like for example, this motherfucker can have a whole fucking laundry list of things that it's like, okay, shithead. But then all of a sudden it's like, well, but he gave me a popsicle stick. What? But then I'm looking at this guy over here. He's like, bought you flowers, did this, treated you right. Yeah, but I don't know. His glasses are crooked. Yeah. So a lot of the time they'll see what they want to see from who they want to see it from. And to add one more point to that, the investment is always going to be number one, even over the sex game. So if a woman has, like Cmarty said, 3 years invested into this guy, you think that she's going to just give that up? Women love based on how much they invest in you. That's 110%. So if she's invested in that guy 3 years, he ain't gone right away.
And they don't like to start over, like to have to meet.
Absolutely not.
Again,
Women are risk averse, minimal risk takers. Women are more risk averse.
Yeah.
And a lot of times too, you don't even got to do nothing wrong, bro.
Nah.
She might blame that shit on seasonal depression, or I'm not making this shit up either.
What was that a shot, Cmarty?
Hey, listen, bro. It might be seasonal depression. It might be all types of shit. You ain't even got to do nothing wrong, bro. Yeah. But yeah, she probably just going to a familiar situation. Yeah, any fucking thing.
Yeah, don't make any excuse. And like I said, it just depends. Like I said, they'll cross over a mountain and a bridge and a fucking countryside to go get the guy that they want. That's a piece of crap. But if they don't want you, they'll say like, "Oh yeah, I got allergies. This ain't gonna work."
This shit crazy, and it could be the most. It could be like Oliver said. This was crazy. It could be the slightest thing, like Oliver said, but at the same time, as men, we'll overlook all her bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
She done lied. She done fucking showed up late.
She got a crooked left toe.
She done did all, you know what I'm saying? I mean, all types of shit. We overlook it. All right, it's all good, babe. The moment you do one inconvenience or something that ain't beneficial to her, oh, I'm done with him. Like, the shit really crazy, bro.
Yeah.
But I mean, I literally just said that women look for ways to disqualify you. We try to qualify women that we like all the time.
Do men?
But like I said,
yeah, absolutely.
What was your question, Alex?
I said, do men really?
Do men really what? What's the question?
Try and
qualify women?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a good question. I think most guys don't. Pretty much, she look good or she look good enough or she's gonna give me some ass. For most guys, that's pretty much enough. I think that guys really should qualify more, but a lot of the times, guys, they're not getting anything. So when they get something, it's like she gave you some ass.
Well,
yes.
maybe the word qualified wasn't right here. What we're trying to say is that, like, when you're out on a date with a woman that you are attracted to, we will overlook certain shortcomings that they have. You know, if a girl stutters, it's not really a big deal for a guy. If she might be a little bit heavy, it's not really a big deal for a guy. Now, women kind of reverse it.
You know that.
Not anybody at this table, but just generally speaking, guys. But women reverse it. A guy, hey, young, go ahead. A guy could look very attractive to a woman, like from a distance. But then he comes over, he's stuttering, he can't get his words out. It's like he was attractive at first, but then after he starts talking, it kind of decreases their attraction.
For sure.
For men, it doesn't work that way normally.
Yeah, and that's 100% true. But we also know that women get 1,000 times more attention than guys do. So at the same time, if I have 1,000 more applicants, I got to disqualify a lot easier. I can't wear myself out trying to look at applications, this person. So on women's defense, I get it. You got guys bombarding you on Instagram, in person. Just my only thing with ladies though is that sometimes they don't know how to decipher. Like, I'm like, yo, he was solid. Nah, but I got so many niggas. I'm like, nah, yo, that guy was better. So it's just a lot of times they're just disqualifying because they're exhausted too as well. Guys, if a bitch even come and even ask for our number, we may not even want to get it, bitch. But we might just give it to her just because I respect the fucking confidence because we don't get it that easy.
Facts. That's facts, bro. I mean, that's why I got you here, bro. And I think that also doing this show on basically one of my next talking points is going to be women don't have as many options as they think they do. That's going to be a good show. I think we can talk about in the future. But the next point I want to go on to why she might have left you for an ex. And this is a really common one. Well, not actually, it's not really common. Common for us probably, but not common for most dudes. And it basically is you were too good of an option. So you got to understand something with women, guys. When women are with good dudes, that means you have to be a good woman. Most women are dealing with freaking bumps a lot of the time. Somebody, they have to do basic things like apply for jobs, make them want to become better men, make them have ambition. And when a girl has to do that much for a guy, she innately becomes more attached because like Oliver was saying, the investment level. This man needs you. You have to feel like that women have to feel needed to a certain capacity. But when you have a man that already has status, already has that ambition, already has that dog in them, a lot of women feel useless. And it's something I always say about this. People, women especially, they will go back to the devil that they know as opposed to one they don't know. So if a woman, I'll use the example that the girl I was talking to, our 2.5 month fling, or whatever the case was, 3 month fling, can't compare to the 4.5 year relationship she had with her boyfriend. I don't care how good you are at the game. Guys, women go with investment and feelings. And women already know when they meet me. I already tell you straight up, I have multiple women. So they kind of come in here knowing I have multiple women, knowing that they probably ain't going to be number one, and knowing that, hey, you know what, this dude's probably just a fun time where I can go back to my ex who's safe, he's comfortable, already giving me insurance, as opposed to leaving him for somebody that probably won't give them what they're looking for.
I'm gonna go back to my broke down Honda because I don't this McLaren. Nah,
yeah, I don't want those problems.
I don't want that horsepower. Yeah, it's true.
I don't want those problems. So you might have been too good of an option, and time and investment are always going to trump everything with women. 100%. Time and investment. Guys, got anything?
No, it's 100%, bro. And then a lot of times with investment too, people a lot of times on the internet, they're not really clear about what investment is. Investment is whatever's important to the girl. So you have some women, believe it or not, like I said, most people can't believe that don't give a fuck about money. They'll spend whatever on a dude, They may have came from money, whatever. Doesn't effing matter. That's not what an investment is to them. But then some chicks is like, I ain't cooked for nobody but you. You're the only person that I cooked for. Like to them, that's a big deal. So a lot of times you'll know what an investment is from a woman based on not just the things she's done in the past for her exes, but things that she's like not willing to do that maybe you want her to do. Because, you know, as a man, going into another episode, she's supposed to come into your reality. Hopefully, if you want things done properly. But so she might do something for you that she hasn't done for somebody else. And that's a huge investment for her.
Yeah. All right.
You got to be either her first or her best.
So I got to go to the next part of this. I didn't write the other part of it down. So the next part, we're going to talk about what to do when she actually does leave you. And this is where most of you guys mess up at a lot of the time. Guys, when a woman tells you goodbye, you never, ever, ever try to chase, never try to beg, never try to barter, never ask why. You say goodbye very nicely. And I always say to bow out gracefully, because when most dudes lose a woman, what's the first thing they think about? They think about the loss of the sex first. And second, they think about most guys aren't really getting laid. So this is their like one of possibly if they have two women. Guys have to go out a lot harder and do a lot more things to get sex than women do. So it's hard for us to come by and it's hard for us to let go. So when she tells you goodbye, you just bow out gracefully and show her your strength by walking away. The greatest negotiation power is to be able to walk away and not look back and mean it.
But what these motherfuckers do, they want to write 4-page letters saying, I know I messed up. I did you wrong, trying to be like Pleasure P and shit like that. Like, man, look, at the end of the day, there's no negotiating attraction. If she wants to leave, just like I said earlier, she'll find a reason to leave. If she wants to stay, she'll find that little popsicle stick and she'll say, okay, you know what? I'll stay. So you can't negotiate it. Just accept reality of what's going on and just go get someone else.
And two of my favorite 48 laws of power, I forget the numbers, but the first one says, show disdain for the things you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge. You never want to act out. You never want to call her a B. You never want to say, you know, you're missing out on the best thing that you happen. Just disappear. And the second one is always use absence to increase respect and honor. Guys, unfortunately, women don't work like us. Their attraction grows in space, not close proximity. They want to be able to know that they can go away, leave you for a little bit and think about it, because women always go away and think. Like, they try to distract themselves with TikTok and Instagram, but when they're sitting there late night in the middle of the night and they're thinking about their life, you're going to be in the back of her mind because you were so different from most dudes.
And Love is Blind.
Good show, by the way.
They talk about AD and Clay.
Oh, we should do a show.
Girl, you know
that.
you thinking about that dude.
Yeah.
With your ass.
And we might have to do a show about this as well, because I think that's a pretty good subject. You think it's more about the space, or you think it's more about the mystery?
I honestly think it's a little bit of both, bro.
Okay.
And I think that because you see, when most guys get a chick's number, they're always so thirsty, just like to want to talk to her all day, text her all day, get her out automatically, sometimes showing a little bit of restraint because women don't work like us. Like for the most part, dudes, when we watch the movie, we're okay with just seeing the kind of the high and the low points. Well, okay, what was the movie about? Women don't work that way. They want to get the beginning, the middle, the end, the build up. They want to experience everything. Men, we kind of want to know just, okay, what was it about? What happened? What was the end result? Women don't work that way. So I think that giving her a little bit of mystery and a little bit of space allows her to kind of fill in the gaps and thinks about her imagination can be your best tool in that situation, I think.
And shout out to Psychax, man. Orion Taraban. He said a good point is that he talks about the adore and the adorer. The thing is like, yo, with women, they have to be the adorer. You can't be adoring her. They fall in love way slower than men. You can't be adoring her more than she's adoring you. That's never a good thing because then she starts getting crappy mad for just what you said. It's not a bad thing, but it's they want to experience all the emotions and things like that. They want to feel the one like they want to feel like I won him over, and they have to keep winning him over. That's how you keep a woman interested. But if it's something where, oh, well, baby, yeah, I'll stop going to the gym for you. I did all this. You start now adoring her more than she's adoring you. You're going to run into some serious problems. And that's when guys caught themselves in a trap. I tell guys this all the time. When you get to the point where you're telling a woman, I did this for you, I did that for you, done. You're finished, yo. I said it's already too late.
And you're playing her game at that point because that's the game that they pull after they break up with the guy. They always want to say what they did for a guy, how they did the best that they could. You never want to be in that way. And like, I hate to even sound so politically incorrect, but you have your right. Your woman has to love you more than she.
And I'll even take it a step further. Women will let you know when you're adoring them too much. Like, hey, they'll start giving you signs like it's not going to be direct, but it's going to just be like, hey, yeah, nah, just doing this. They might start texting a little slower or whatever. The thing is, bro, give them space to feel. Give them space to miss. Give them space to want to fuck you. Give them space for everything. You don't have to worry about trying to apply more pressure than her. She'll apply the pressure and you just reciprocate it. That's it.
But that's my point too, because most guys aren't doing that.
They're like not. They're just like pressure washer.
When a dude texts me like 4 or 5 times in a row, it just gives me the ick.
Yeah, you're like
it's just disgusting.
And Alex is being 100% right, because when Alex and I first started talking, the reason I was able to pull Alex is because I showed a certain restraint that most dudes don't show. Alex did what a lot of girls do when they first meet me. They're going to take 4 or 5 days to text you back. But I always say, shout out to Coach Corey Wayne, dating is like tennis. You hit the ball over the net and wait for it to come back to you. You never send through 2 or 3 texts trying to get her more to let her give you more attention. You
y'all niggas practicing y'all serves out here. Y'all just like, boom,
they playing racquetball with that.
Yeah.
Just back and forth with them.
Well, racquetball, the shit is at least coming back to you.
Nah, facts. No. no bull.
It's
no
just
bull.
like, how are you sitting here looking at these messages? You're having a conversation with yourself.
So
and
many dudes
still talking to yourself.
But see, and that's why guys like us win, because we know how to play that restraint. And that's kind of that's where I mess up at. And I told Alex this too. The reason that most girls either lose interest in me or they try to like act like that they can't really talk to me is 1 or 2 things. And all of you kind of can relate to this too. It's that my approach is so direct that they think that I'm thirsty, or they think I'm a fuckboy and a player. And sometimes, a lot of time, women don't want to deal with one or the other. So that's why I lose out a lot of time.
For sure. Yeah.
So my third thing is when she leaves, you always never burn a bridge. Guys, you say goodbye very politely. You don't call her a B. You don't block her on social media. You don't view her story. You just disappear.
Or just simply don't reply.
Or, well, that's possible. That's a possibility too. But I always say this too. Shout out to Bane from Batman: The Dark Knight. As Cmarty would tell you, got him tatted on him. So
got the tat.
You just go dark. Make it realize so that she'll even doubt you ever existed. Just become a ghost. And when you do that, like we just said earlier, a woman's gaps, imagination will fill in the gaps. She'll start thinking things like, damn, did he find somebody else? Damn, did he really ever like me like that? It might not happen immediately, but a woman's imagination is the greatest tool in your toolbox.
Or just bring some joints on the podcast with some red cups. She gonna hit your phone.
Mm-hmm.
She gonna hit that phone.
She start viewing your story. Oh, he out with.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Right.
That's the
man,
key
don't
now,
get me
man.
started.
You give it IG, she start viewing your story from afar. Oh, who he? I mean, hey, big head. I mean,
Don't get me started.
That's your new girl.
Nah, I've never had a joint not come back. Like literally every joint has come back. Even joints that have curved me that I've never touched have come back.
Sure.
Can I finish my outline, please?
Go ahead.
No, that was my next point. I that was my next.
That was the
point.
point, bro.
Yeah,
Swear
bro.
to God. Oh, my bad, bro.
Well, that's how. Well, listen. Hey, listen, but that's how. Listen, but that.
My
Hey,
bad.
look, listen.
Hey.
Hold up.
bad.
But that's how you know it's facts, though.
Yeah.
Because you was able to recite a point from experience, and you're speaking from experience. Two different experiences you didn't even know, and you were right there.
My bad, bro.
Nah, I'm messing with you, bro. It's cool.
He's not. He's like, I fucking broke this shit up.
Because you did the same thing, no.
But I know you though.
You done jumped down around like 4 different times, bro. I'm like, damn. Anyway, so my last point before we get to they always come back is, guys, you gotta realize how rare you actually are. Especially, I know if you're watching this podcast, I know that you're rare, man.
We hope so.
You have to be, because most guys are boring. They bring no kind of excitement, no kind of value. They can't teach their girl anything. They're not masculine. They're not leaders. Women need, and women are looking to meet guys like you. So when you are that rare and you're in this top 3%, it's going to be way harder for her to replace you than you to replace her. Recognize your value as a king and get out there and start killing it, man. Most guys, 97%ers, they're going to over pursue, turn women off. You're not that guy.
Give up their whole lifestyle just to be with her or to spend time with her.
Especially if you're watching this. Now, back to the point that Cmarty freaking butchered. My last point of the show.
I told you he's in his feelings about that.
The last point of the show is they always come back. Without exception. And guys, I'm going to tell you this. If a girl broke up with her boyfriend 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, chances are it ain't going to work out again. An ex is an ex for a reason. So what happens is when she goes back to her ex, they get this newfound sense of just like a new relationship. It's like almost brand new again. They're going back on dates. They're probably having a lot of sex. Everything feels new, excitement, sadness. It's like this new recommitment kind of thing. But what do we always know? People do not have what? Staying power. Everything is cool and exciting when it's brand new. Y'all can see it in the gym. People in the gym, what do? They go out and buy new workout clothes. They try to do like these protein powders, tummy teas. They're like, oh man, I'm gonna start this time. This is a whole new me.
Got the headband on.
And every year we get that surge in January. And then what happens around February? Half of them probably didn't quit. March, 75% to quit. In April, you might have 1 or 2% left. And after that, the majority of them, everybody's quit at that point.
Yeah, they say, all right, we'll get them next year.
Facts.
The gym didn't work for me. I'm gonna try body contouring.
You don't know black women's bodies.
Mm-hmm. You don't know what it's like.
You about to get me started, bro. Let me let you have your podcast.
But listen, all I'm gonna say is
Marty's
that
podcast.
all I'm gonna say is that most people don't have staying power, and if they broke up 1 time, fellas, they probably gonna break up again. And because you were a leader, because you were masculine, because you didn't curse her out, because you weren't in your feelings, when they break up, who's she gonna think about the first time she has that moment? And it's like Thanos said, you could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you?
It's the pause for me.
Okay, bars.
Back to
Okay,
me.
It's the pause.
Back to me.
not a superhero.
Now, let
references
me ask
today.
y'all.
I like
Let
that.
me ask y'all. And I know me and TK definitely differ on this.
Yeah.
So just opinion wise, not giving advice to guys, but just opinion wise, how do you guys feel? I kind of know how he does, but I want to say it. How do you guys feel opposing when somebody comes back and they hit you back up? How do you deal with it?
Great question, bro. And I think that I deal with it depends on the woman.
Mm-hmm.
If a woman was very disrespectful to me, or she tried to be like Hollywood and play in my face, I don't even entertain it. Mm-hmm. But if like
or chaotic, like a lot of drama.
Yeah. Or like Alex did. Alex was she was full of what when she talked to me, but she at least came to me and communicated what was going on as best as a woman could. So I can respect things like that.
Yeah.
But if you were chaotic, disrespectful, dramatic, I don't care what happens. I'm done with you.
Facts.
How about you?
you know me, man. Just for me personally, I'm usually dealing with somebody else by that time.
Yeah.
Because I mean, just certain people just don't sit around. You know, I'm gonna let you know I'm interested, and sometimes it's like women will take that as, you know what I mean, you being overly invested or overly interested. Anything like, okay, I got this dude whenever I want him. You don't. Because then when you hit me back up, I'm dealing with somebody, and honestly, I don't even text them back. I think game-wise, that's definitely not the best thing to do, but that's just me personal thing. I don't recommend guys do that because that's not the best game at all. But it's just for me personally, I'm usually dealing with somebody else because I don't wait around.
And can I say this though, Oliver, and I do agree with you. Like, I think that it always is a better prospect to go out and get a new chick as opposed to dealing with the old one. I agree 110%. But what I will advise with guys, and I've done this a lot of women have come back to me and have told me no at first. And like James Clear always says, and I think you hit this too, Oliver, a no is very rarely a no forever. It's normally a not right now or not in that way. So a girl could really honestly be feeling you, but she's had feelings for her ex, or she's just having a bad day, whatever the case is. And she can tell you no at that moment. But I done bagged plenty of chicks a year, 2 years, even 3, 4 years later.
Yeah, and they'll be solid chicks too. And like that's what I'm saying. Like for a lot of guys, that's not game. Me trying to tell y'all that. That's just me personally, just what I do.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm saying? But that's not necessarily game, or that's not necessarily how you even get the best chicks. No, I agree. The best play is the long-term play, like how you were saying, because bro, you can't control like if a chick dealing with a dude or whatever. That's just normal shit. You know what I mean?
And honestly, to give women some credit, some chicks are actually just loyal.
100%.
And like they could be attracted to you and like you, but just not want to cheat on their boyfriend at that time. Some chicks actually rock like that.
Did you say chick and loyal in the same sentence?
Yeah, I did. I definitely did. Well,
thought I heard that.
They're as loyal as they can be. Is that fair enough?
I thought I heard that.
Is that fair enough? Yeah. Okay. All right. So also I always want to say this too. To They Always Come Back segment. Guys, you have to keep pursuing more women. Honestly, I see a lot of this red pill content. Don't get me wrong, I love the red pill. The red pill saved my life. But a lot of you guys are out here living through theory and watching podcasts as opposed to going out and talking to women. Guys, how many women you actually approach in your daily life? I would bet 100 for every 10 you put up, probably none. Get out here and actually talk to women.
And let me go ahead.
I was about to say that's another thing too with watching the whole red pill shit. Like you might have your favorite red pill content creator, but you gotta be able to decipher like, all right, what can I take from this person? Because you can't just listen to everybody. A lot of them dudes be losers, bro. Like you don't know what they real life look like and what their past with women look like for real. So you gotta know what to take and what not to take. Because I've heard some pure bullshit from them red pill people. So you definitely gotta get out there and touch grass, get your feet wet.
Yeah, because on number one way is experience. And I made a video about this back when I was on YouTube. I made a video about this probably like maybe 5 years ago, 4 years ago. But it was literally the reason why I stopped making content, because people was trying to put me into the whole red pill shit. I'm like, listen, what red pill was back when we started it, bro, we started like over like dang near 10 years ago, bro. Like it was a long time ago before all this shit been popping. When it was about finding problems and finding solutions to these problems through execution. What these fucking losers do now that I do not respect is that all they want to do is just sit and complain and say women do this, women do that. Oh, all women are this, bro. But what are you doing to apply? My thing is get out the game if you don't want to be in it. Sitting here complaining about it over and over and over again, that's just sucker shit. Back what red pill used to mean just meant truth and finding a way to get the best situation out of the truth. But just sitting around complaining about it, that's just some real to me, it's a modern day feminism for men. And I don't respect that shit.
It's like on some, like, I don't want to say it's woman hate, but a lot of dudes,
that's what it is.
They be mad at women because they don't get them.
True.
But see, also guys, you gotta realize that there's a difference between like theory and practicality. You can read about like riding a bike or driving a car or shooting a basketball all day, but it's different to actually get out there in the field and start doing these things. Now, don't get me wrong, theory can help in filling in some of your gaps and some of your shortcomings, but experience is going to trump everything. And as you talk to more women, you'll realize that, you know what, hey, women aren't good, women aren't bad, they just are. They're regular people like everybody else. They're flawed individuals with some good parts and some really shitty parts, just like men. But when you're just behind the screen all day, just saying that, calling a girl a bimbo, calling a girl dumb, you don't even talk to women, like you're worse than them. And I think at that point.
And you're picking up bad habits, because the thing is, you're already preconceiving your mind with something that's not reality. The reason for theory is that you go back and you theorize what happened with your experiences. When we was picking up Red Pill, me, bro, I was out at the clubs promoting everything like that. So by the time I started reading Rollo Tomasi when I was 19, over 10 years ago, the thing is, at that point, I was like, oh, this is why that happened. This is why that happened. I had prior experiences that let me know, okay, that's what's going on. These dudes now, you have not even approached, you don't even say hi to a girl. You haven't done anything. You just say, well, women say this, and I know that she just wants me for this. And it's just, that shit kind of pisses me off, man. Just sitting there, not taking any action. That's loser shit. If you're watching this podcast, get up off your ass, go say hi to that girl at Starbucks, that sexy barista, and say, baby, let's go get coffee after you make me my coffee. Sound effect, please.
What kind? Do you want the ding or the SpongeBob?
Oh, man. City boy. Let's get that coffee, baby.
So yeah, guys, make sure you're actually going out and talking to women. And Dante Neal, it said the best thing they always said is just lay the 5 bricks every day. Go out and say hi to 5 women. Don't get their number. Don't compliment them. Just say hi. And then over time, as you realize, you'll go from saying hi to giving a compliment, to getting a compliment to having a conversation. You just have to kind of get numb to the idea of being around women. And once you get to that point, you'll be able to start having conversations and actually be a natural with women.
And I don't know how deep you want to go into this, but I'm going to just keep it brief, because I have a lot of advice when it came to that, because I was just complete jack shit. To me, one of the best things a young guy can do, especially if you're trying to get good with women, is to pick up a job like security at the club, bartending, things like that. Number one, you're going to be making money. But then also, 2, you're going to be around women all the time. And to be honest, me being in the club and stuff like that, that's how I really got numb to being around pretty women. Because you start seeing their imperfections. You start seeing, okay, this bitch talk about she got diarrhea. I mean, you start knocking them off the pedestal and just start humanizing them, because they're humans. You know what I'm saying? They're regular people. And what a lot of guys do, they look at their beauty and they just put them, oh my gosh, queen, oh, what can I do for you? And it's like, bro, that has to get out of your head. Yes, she's pretty. Yes, she's gorgeous, but she's still a human. Her shit still stinks, my G.
Facts.
Same for me being a personal trainer. That's how I learned a lot of my shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, and it's not, and it ain't no dissing women or nothing like that, but it's just, guys, you have to get numb to being around pretty women. That will be the best thing for you.
So my last point, and they always come back, is that, guys, remember, you are the king in your kingdom. You decide what and who is allowed in your life. If you want this woman back in your life, though, you have to, without circumstance. You have to make the girl earn their spot back in your life. Because if you make a girl come back or let her come back with any kind of repercussion or any kind of punishment, it's not going to be long before it happens again. And I've told Cmarty and Oliver this multiple times. That threesome that you always wanted, and when she come back, it's a good time to get it. If she wasn't cooking for you, it's a good time to get that. But you have to make her feel like that she earned you back. And I always say this, be the benevolent king. You always be a forgiving person, but I'm going to forgive you after you do something for me.
Big ass SAT word. Benevolent. Nah,
so,
nice, bro.
I think that's pretty much, that's all I have for today.
Yeah, and I will say this, and I do want to put this here. The only time, and that's why I like how you said the king of your kingdom, because this is what matters a lot. If a woman did come back, the deciding factor, honestly, for me, I think most guys should look at this, is if she fits the picture. She could be a good girl. You know what I'm saying? It's not even about whether she's a good girl, bad chick, this and that, fuck with some dude, not fuck with some. It's, do she even fit what I even got going on? If by some miracle she does at that point in time, I got no problem reopening the door. But if it's something where it's like, bro, if she don't fit your vision, fuck that shit if she's a good chick. Fuck that shit if she's the only one that's doing it. Like, your vision has to come first as a man. And if you don't see no way that she can fit in it, don't try to put a square peg into a round hole.
And Oliver, one of the realest things you said to me, you said just because a chick's good doesn't mean she's good for you.
100%.
So I definitely agree with that, bro.
It's been a motherfucking blast.
I like this, man. This is a fire episode. This is our second time we've done the show to help guys out. Guys, if you have, actually, before that, last thoughts on the show. Alex, how you feel about it?
Y'all did a great job. I agree with majority of what y'all said.
Majority, anything you want to say you don't agree with really quick or no?
Women like to work on themselves. Women can be single sometimes.
Let it go, let it go, let it go, bro. Let it go, let it go.
I gotta save some smoke for the ladies tomorrow, so I'm gonna leave it alone. All right. Cmarty, last thoughts. Go and plug your business and everything, bro.
Show was fire, man. Definitely got to drop some gems, man. And I think it was good. We got to share some personal experiences.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, fire show. Fellas, be smart out here. Don't take all these women serious. If you're trying to get right in the gym, self-improve, unbig that back, get rid of that belly, build chest muscles. Girls, y'all trying to build a butt. Whatever your fitness goal is, listen, I'm that guy. If you want to listen to the best fitness podcast out, go ahead, subscribe to their YouTube, Cmarty Fit, Instagram, TikTok, Cmarty Fit. Appreciate y'all, fellas. And Lex.
And Oliver, man, it was so good having you back, bro. And like we said, we appreciate everything that you're doing.
Man, it was chilling too much. I ain't like that shit, bro.
Who, Oliver?
Yeah, Oliver was
well, when I
that.
say the shit that I want to say, y'all can't clip nothing up, and y'all be like, "Stop fucking cursing."
Don't stop encouraging him.
That's what we want to see.
He did good tonight, man. Let him get back in his own naturally.
All right, my bad.
Listen. I can get as hyped as I want, but the biggest thing is I want to make sure that these guys are taking away the information in the podcast. Y'all know when I go all crazy and shit like that, they're so focused on, how he said it. How could he say something like that? To the point where they're not taking in the information. So I want the guys to take in the information.
You know, I can relate to that.
For sure. But you guys, you already know. You can catch me, Oliver. I will be here at the Shattered Illusionz podcast. I will be doing a lot more work in the background, but I'll be in and out with shows and things like that. So, yep, you already know.
Camera on me, Lex. We have some fire shows coming up. We got some fire guests, more ladies, better production quality. All these things are coming for Shattered Illusionz.
And let us know what you guys want to see. Please, anything, let us know. Because how you know somebody has experience or not is the fact that they can have conversations like this and tell specific stories, opposed to these red pill losers that all they do is just stand behind a computer and don't do anything. So anything that you guys want to know, we pretty much have been through it. So ask about specific situations, and hey, we'll get these questions answered for y'all. Be aggressive with it. No question is too small.
That's all our time. Till the next time. Kill the fantasy, build the dream. This is a Shattered Illusionz podcast.
Know what it is.
We are out of here. Love y'all, boys.
Will I take you to the greatness?